What's good? So, I watch a lot of movies, play a lot of games, watch a lot of TV, read a lot of manga, and doodle myself every once in a while. I want to review some of those things. I'll let you figure out which ones I'll be reviewing. Slow and long is how I like my movies. I saw a nice one the other day. It was the Banshees of inisherin. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but goddamn, that was one hell of a movie. I don't even know really where to begin. Man, I really enjoyed it. I watched it with the wife. Now, the way we watch movies is we try our best not to know as much as little as we can possibly about the film. Maybe watch the first 10 seconds of the trailer and then into the movie. And like I said, I really do like a good slow burn. And I'm not saying this movie was slow by any means, but it definitely took me by surprise with the subject matter, with the characters, boy. The way these people are in this movie. Let me give you a little synopsis. You follow these two friends. They live on this little island off the mainland of Ireland, and it's set during the Irish Civil War. And you go through not that long of a time frame. I want to say maybe this takes place in a matter of a week or so of these friends and these two friends and their relationship. Really enjoyed this. I don't know much about the Irish Civil War, and I want to do some research on that. So we about to cut to me reading about the Irish Civil War. I'm gonna do a little time lapse thing, play some music, stick around so after I done got learned up on this. Now my phone's ringing. It's my mom. Research on the movie. Right. No, Civil War. Correct. Okay, let's do that. Sorry. Mom called, threw me all off. All right, let's go to the back. It's kind of sad. Just got done reading very little bit. Just a understanding of how the Irish Civil War started. And I'm already seeing the layers to the movie. But before I get into my review of it, I do want to go back and watch the trailer because I've never seen it. Now that I watched the movie, I want to see how much of the trailer gives of the actual movie, its themes, and if the trailer shows the lesson that I at least learned from the movie. I like to take lessons wherever I can, and this movie gave me a really good one. But let's go ahead and watch that trailer. Yeah, this movie was
Colin,
shot
Sonny,
beautifully
Larry.
too.
Didn't you and he used to be the best of friends?
We're still the best of friends.
No, you're not.
Who says we're not?
Sit somewhere else.
Now, if I've done something to you, just tell me what I've done to you.
Well, you
One
didn't
of
do
the best
anything to me.
roles I've seen.
I just
Colin
don't like you
Farrell
no
in.
more.
You liked me yesterday.
Just don't like.
Why does he not want to be friends with you no more? What is he, 12?
What the hell's going on with you, me second brother?
That guy too.
dull
He's
as
a great
fuck.
actor.
But he's always been
Saw him
done.
in Eternals.
The other night,
and then-
2 hours you spent talking to me about the things you found in your little donkey shite that day.
Well, it wasn't me little donkey shite, it was me pony shite, which shows how much you were listening.
If you don't stop talking to me,
Colin!
and if you don't stop bothering me, I have a set of shears at home, and each time you bother me from this day on, I'll take those shears and I'll take one of my fingers off with them, and I'll give that finger to
wow.
you until I
Yeah,
have
this
no
was in the
fingers
trailer.
left. Does this make things clearer to you?
Not really, no.
Starting from now. But shush like, Polly. You know, shush like.
Yeah, I'd shush like. Would you not want him to have to do the one finger to see if he was bluffing, like?
No, we wouldn't.
Because worst comes to worst, he can still play the fiddle with 4 fingers, I bet ya.
Going back to your own gang now, Polly.
And talking to me! Are you?
Why aren't you talking to Porrick no more?
That wouldn't be a sin now, would it, Father?
No, but it's not very nice either, is it?
Do you know who we remember for how nice they was in the 17th
Writing is
century?
so
Who?
good in this, too.
Absolutely no one. Yet we all remember the music of the time. Everyone to a man knows Mozart's name.
I don't, so there goes that theory.
Can't be waiting around for any more of this madness.
Let's just call it quits.
We won't call it quits. We'll call it the start.
That trailer gives a lot more than I was expecting. Yeah, I would have definitely wanted to see this if I watched the whole trailer. I am so happy I stopped where I did, though. I just saw the actors and I was like, you know what? This seems like a nice movie enough. I've seen 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, wherever the fuck, and the other one I have not seen in Bruges. Ain't seen that one. Heard it's good though, so gotta check that shit out eventually. But this one makes me want to watch those for sure. Well, I saw Ebbing, like I said, but maybe want to watch In Burgess for sure. And I see the relation to 3 billboards as well. The writing, number one, the way that the characters interact with one another and actually have conversation. I hate how movies have that video game dialogue sometime where, you know, one person says something and then it stop and then the other person says something and then it goes back and forth the whole scene. It makes him constantly cutting between the two. Yeah, it's annoying. I hate it. But this doesn't do that. He doesn't shy away from staying on a shot on the actor's face, letting them deliver their lines. And Colin Farrell, dog, oh my god, phenomenal role. Like, I personally haven't seen him in anything like this, and the character he plays is, I don't want to call his character weak because he's not weak, but he's just a timid, plain fellow. That's really all he is, and that's not how I would describe Colin Farrell at all. But yeah, this movie, he did it to the T. The rest of the cast too. What's the rest of the cast name? Who are these people? Hold on, let me look this up. Okay. Brandon Gleeson, phenomenal. Also really good. This Barry. Okay, here we go. Let's pronounce that last name. Keoghan. Barry. Barry was phenomenal. I really liked Barry. Oh yeah, Carrie was good as well. So this was Colin Farrell's sister. He played an autistic boy in The Village, and Brendan played his best friend. These two have, you saw in the trailer, he just stops liking him one day. And when I saw that in the trailer too, I thought, that's a weird premise for a film. But where this movie ended up going and what it truly talked about is something that I think resonated with me. Again, whenever I'm consuming media, I really like to derive some lesson from it, because that artist took their time and energy and a bit of themselves to put into it. So I know there's something I can glean from it. With that in mind, let me tell you what I liked about Banshees. You hear that premise, friends fall apart, friends don't like each other anymore. I thought we will get, two buddies trying to reconnect and find what they loved about each other, have their community behind them, getting them through it. But watch the full trailer, I wouldn't have thought that. But again, that's why I don't like watching the full trailer. It was a fun experience for me. But yeah, that's not what happens. You get this tale of a person confronting the despair that comes with death and how final your life is at the end. Kat, I need you to get off my desk. Birdie, go. Thank you. No, get off of there too. Push, goddamn cat. Anyway, when life ends, it just ends. And you see Calm confronting this. And the way that he confronts it in this story is he knows that his life will end, but he wants to leave something behind. And that's his music. The artist in me 100% relates to that shit, dog. I don't want to leave this place not necessarily not remembered, but I want to have an impact. Whether my name is tied to that impact, I just want to leave an imprint. So I get where Calm's coming from. It's life is difficult in that sense, you know, where we all know that there's going to be the last day, that the last day eventually will happen. So there's this moment when Combs talking to Siobhan and they're discussing an event that happened that was pretty climactic in the film. He says something to her that it just resonated with me the moment I heard it. He says, I do worry sometimes I'm just entertaining myself while trying to stave off the inevitable. That shit hit me, dog, because I was just like, that's how shit always feels. I feel like we all tend to just try to fill the time with something in fear of the last day that we get, instead of actually trying to build something and make something that lasts. And again, that's where I truly did resonate with Colm. Now, this motherfucker do take some crazy tactics, as you saw in the trailer, talking about cutting his fingers off. Now, that's a bit extreme, just trying not to talk to somebody. Which brings us to Podrick, or Podrick. How do you pronounce his man's name? Yeah, that guy. Colin Farrell's character. Now, again, he's a normal guy. He's literally just a good guy, just the everyday man, you know? You can obviously tell that Calm and Podrick, whatever pronounce his name, Colin Farrell's character, they had a very close relationship up until this point. But you don't really see them interact like close friends. Obviously, you know, one of them say, I don't want to be your friend anymore, but they don't react how if my close friend, my best friend told me they don't like me anymore. You see bits and pieces of them being genuine friends throughout the movie, helping each other out during key moments of like growth for the individuals. But their grievance and the pettiness is always there. Now, researching the Irish Civil War, I'm seeing how the parallels are there. I'm seeing how, as a country, they were fighting together, side by side, for their independence for a little over a year or 2 years, something like that. And then, not even a year later, they have to fight one another over that same independence. And these two gentlemen in the movie, they're not fighting for independence, but they're the dynamic of two friends being at odds. Not over anything that either of them personally want. They don't want to be at odds with one another, but that's just how it is right now. For the Irish Civil War, as a country, they wanted to be unified towards a common goal, but they didn't agree on what that common goal should be, from my basic understanding, for what I read. And in this movie, these two men want peace and happiness, but they don't agree on how they both should go towards about getting that peace and happiness. I'm not going to spoil how the film ends, but it left me with a lesson of it is important to make something last, but it is just as important to make sure that you're have people there you're making it last with. You don't want to burn bridges that you've spent time building. Yeah, it was a great film. Highly suggest watching it. Good movie. Good movie. If you do end up watching it and you like it, you know, definitely come back here and leave a comment. That part has been so weird with this shit. The whole pretending like I'm talking to someone who's not there. I gotta get used to it, but whew, it's strange, man. It's fucking weird. Anyway, leave a comment. I'd love to talk with you. And yeah, see you in the next one.